Ratty Rats, written by Ned Jensen, illustrated by Paula Stricker. It was a night when the crescent moon shone brightly. The ship is fully loaded and ready to sail. The rats gathered at the dock. They want to leave the busy, noisy city. They want to sail away to another land. One by one, the rats sneaked upon the ship. They crept up the wooden gangway. They slid down a rope and into the cargo bay. The cargo bay was dark. There was spice and rice, and there was flowers and silk. The rats got comfortable in the dark cargo bay. They knew it was to be a long trip. They needed a good hiding place where they would not be seen during the entire voyage. Many days passed at sea. The rats loved being at sea. They had plenty to eat, and no one saw them. But then the cook began to find evidence of rats. There were rat holes chewed in sacks of rice, and something had been nibbling the cheese. "Oh no," cried the cook, "it's the ratty rats. They're on the ship. They're eating our food." "Set traps and catch the rats," said the captain. "I have no ratty rats upon my ship." The sailors set traps and loaded them with bacon and cheese. They tripped the traps and ate the bacon and cheese. Next, the sailors went to hoist the sails. "Oh no, more evidence," said the first mate. "The ratty rats chew holes in the sails." "Seal the sails and bait more traps," said the captain. "I have no ratty rats on my ship." But once again, the rat tripped the traps and ate the bait. Next, a terrible storm blew up. The ship was tossed around in the tough waves. The captain sailed the ship into a quiet bay. He ordered the sailors to drop an anchor. "Oh no, still more evidence," cried the archer man. "The rats had chewed through the anchor rope." "That's it," screamed the captain. "I have had enough." The captain lowered a lifeboat. He climbed into the lifeboat and paddled to the shore. "Burn the ship," his paddle away. "Destroy the ratty rats." But the sailors did not burn the ship. Back on the ship, the rats and sailors were making peace. They agreed to sail together to the new land. Together they mended the sails and rope. Together they sailed across the sea. Ships and Boats, written by Ned Jensen and Elizabeth Austin, cover a junk sails along the bay in Vietnam. Introduction. Ships and boats are part of human history. Before cars, trains, or airplanes, they were the fastest way to travel. Even today, they continue to get bigger and faster. Early ships and boats. The first boats were carved from single logs. They dug out canals and used in rivers, lakes, and oceans around the world. People used poles to push some of these boats. Other boats used paddles or oars. Long pieces of wood with broad fat ends. They push against the water, moving the boat forward. Later, people made boats with wooden frames. They covered the frames with bark, reeds, or animal skins. Some people were building boats that could sail well beyond the islands where they lived. They took two canoes and connected them into using large wooden posts. This style was called catamaran. The catamaran could travel very fast. It also allowed safe travel from one island to another. Greek train. Some train ships were much larger than log boats. Many people could row at the same time. These ships, called galleys, sometimes carried hundreds of rowers. Sails made from strong cloth were also used to move boats. The snails caused the wind, and the wind pushed the boat. As ships became bigger, they need more sails. Sailing ships carried explorers all around the world. Modern ships and boats. Today, many boats are made of metal and plastic. Many ships or boats use electricity to turn propellers. The propellers push the boat through the water. Boats with propellers are everywhere. Cruise ships are like floating hotels. They can carry thousands of people. Huge tankers carry oil and gas over the ocean. Tugboats push and pull larger ships. Ferry boats carry cars and people. Fire boats put out fires on other ships. Many countries use ships and boats, large and small, to defend their coasts. Submarines move under the water. Planes and helicopters take off and land on aircraft carriers. People still use smaller boats for fishing, fun, and sport. Many of these boats still use paddles or oars. Conclusion. Ships and boats have changed a lot over the years, but they are still an important way to move quickly over the water. Slithery and Slimy, written by Kira Fried. This is a book about reptiles and amphibians. Some are slippery, some are slimy, but by the end of this book, you will know the difference between reptiles and amphibians. You will also learn fun facts about these amazing animals. How they are the same. Reptiles and amphibians have backbones. They breathe air. Their body temperature changes. It changes with the temperature of the air and water around them. They get warm from the heat of the sun. How they are different. Reptiles have dry, scaly skin. Most reptiles hatch from eggs with leathery shells that are laid on land. At birth, most reptiles look like their parents. Amphibians have more skin with no scales. Amphibians come from eggs and no shells. The eggs are laid in moist places. At birth, most amphibians do not look like their parents. Reptiles. Dinosaurs were reptiles. Many reptiles who live today are related to dinosaurs. On the next pages, we will learn about these reptile relatives. Lizards. All lizards are covered with scales. Lizards come in many shapes, sizes, shapes, and colors. Snakes. Some snakes are venomous, but most are not. Snakes shed their skin when it becomes too tight. Turtles. Different turtles live in different places. Turtles live on land. True turtles spend most of their lives in the water. Sea turtles live only in the salty water of the world's oceans. Crocodiles and alligators. These reptiles have many sharp teeth. Some crocodiles and alligators walked around when dinosaurs walked the earth. Amphibians. Many amphibians spend time both on land and in water. There are 3 different groups of amphibians. Turn the page to learn about them. Frogs and toads. Frogs are some of the best leapers on earth. Toads have short hind legs and faster bodies than frogs. They hop and crawl instead of leaping. Salamanders and newts. Many salamanders and newts have bodies shaped like lizards, but their slimy skin tells us they are amphibians. Special amphibians. Some amphibians do not have legs. Most of them live on land. A few live on water. Most of them live on land. A few, they look like earthworms, but they have very sharp teeth. Many reptiles are engaged. Some have already been extinct, wiped out completely. Most of their homes have been polluted or destroyed. Reptiles and amphibians are important members of the web of life. Like other animals, they have a place in our world. We need to protect their homes and help them to stay alive.